Now the countdown is on as we look forward to the Diamond TV presenter search, which kicks off this Sunday, the 7th of July. Now, joining me in studio, of course, is the Chief Visionary Officer of Diamond TV in Costa Mwansa. Mr. Mwansa, good morning.
Good morning, Malama. How are you?
Excited. I'm excited for DPS. I'm looking forward to, I don't know how best to sum it up. Maybe if I can, not an outburst, but I think it's the commentary that we get to see from you as you deliver your judgments through to the contestants. But let's start from here. What motivated this DPS that we've come to appreciate? I mean, now we're at 5 seasons later.
I think in the beginning it was all about trying to come up with content, reality show, but in a different realm that obviously aligns with the kind of work that we do. Secondly, it's an aspect of widening the net in terms of talent scouting. More often, talent or individuals wanting to join the company would approach us. But I think we came up with an idea of how we merge content and the scout for talent. This year is particularly very interesting and unique for us. You are aware, Malama, that in the last 4 seasons of the presenter search, we've only limited participation to those who are in Lusaka. We invested our time and efforts to try and widen the net a bit wider, especially now that the station is covering 5 countries with 4 outside of Zambia. That includes Malawi, Zimbabwe, Botswana and Namibia. We yet haven't gone out of the country, but plans are already there. But we're excited that this year we incorporated the Copper Belt, specifically Kitwe, Southern Province through Livingston, just to connect the dots along the line of rail. Hundreds, as usual, did turn up for the auditions, and we reduced it to the final top 20. And the journey in terms of the excitement of the auditions and streaming down to the top 20 is what people will begin to experience starting Sunday at 19 hours. So it's a whole idea that has now culminated into just more than being a TV reality show. For me, it's an extension of job creation, talent identification, but also an aspect of corporate social responsibility in terms of adding value and changing lives. There's so much phenomenal stories that are here to be told. The young people that you work with every day, Malama, it's amazing what DPS has done in terms of changing their lives. Right.
Now, you also work alongside 3 judges. You've got Chichi Daisy, Vida Mwale, and of course Jonah, who help you pick this top 20, and then you get to chop them down as you go. How different has each year been, having to do that, deliberate, and then say, okay, this is probably the direction we're going to go this time around?
I think all of us do have a difficult challenge, especially the 3 that always have to sift through the rubbish.
It'll be interesting if next year we can have you start the auditions from the get-go.
I don't think I would really manage, because then at the end of it all there will be no show. but they do quite a fantastic job, really, to sift through hundreds and hundreds of contestants. Some that don't even understand what they're coming for. Some think they're coming for an acting audition. Some just want to show face and really see Chichi Daisy or meet Jonah, because some are also jobless. It's a recreational pastime for them. But for me, on a very serious note, Malama, what happens at DPS is also very eye-opening. It's an aspect of balance, of trying to see the economic situation of the country of unemployment. In that you've got so many young people who are graduates, but also the aspect that we need to be doing enough in terms of our career guidance and our curriculum focus as a country, because if we are still in a traditional and conventional way of believing that everybody needs to get a white-collar job, doing whether MBA, law, medicine. Nothing against that. You need doctors, you need all these people, but I think we've evolved towards an aspect of tech where young people are able to begin to make money out of their crafts and talent. So why do I mention this? What is different is that you get to meet contestants who are engineers, doctors, lawyers, and you ask them, what are you doing in DPS? I had to study 4 years and get my degree just to make my parents happy. Now I want to pursue my passion. In this particular season 5, there's been lots of stories of sacrifice, and it just humbles me and it just humbles us as a brand, in that you have certain young people who are studying clinical nutrition, and for them to be part of this, they've had to stop school just to be part of the competition for the next 1 month. And I've been asking them, what next if you lose? Fika is over. But right now we're in this competition. Others have been banished by their parents to say, Ukole, so even the aspect of media work, journalism, producing and presenting is looked at as in a manner in which music or fashion designing was looked at way back. And I think it's an opportunity through DPS for us to showcase the fact that this is a career. People like myself have gone to school to study journalism, and you can be a media entrepreneur if you are determined. You can also make it big, like the likes of Dingindaba, who is an award winner, or basically work in an institution as a professional with the work that you do. So a lot of exciting stories. Some Malama have had to put their jobs with other media houses at risk for coming to participate in what they believe is their passion or their dream job of being part of the Diamond family. So it always gets interesting every year, and as you narrow it down from 20 to almost 5, you begin to create or have some personal attachment. So even the elimination, as tough as I would be, becomes very sentimental. It becomes quite emotional, yeah.
What has been your favorite season thus far, then?
It will be unfair for me to choose any season, but you know that obviously I was not part of season 1 and 2. I joined on season 3 because the whole production format took a different trajectory, where we've actually transformed this into an actual vision casting series where we begin to impart, mentor, and basically share the Diamond values and the Diamond vision. But also, it's about an actual reality series that puts to test 20 people in line for a job interview. So you're actually coming for a job interview, but it has to be filmed, and it's not easy. But also for me, it's the value that even if you don't win, it's the type of lessons and values that the people who are part of this production get. The quality and the caliber of expert mentors that we bring, whether it's for voiceover, it's for pre-production, it's for expert reporting. I think those are invaluable lessons that sometimes you can't get out of university. Also, what is elating is that usually when we reach top 10 or top 5, we begin to receive calls from other cooperating partners within the media space, whether it's magazines, it's radio stations. And I know that contestants from season 3 and season 4, most of them who are in the top 5 have all been picked up by other institutions, and it elates us that we are part of the process in bringing out talent and opening doors for these young people. So I think I hold season 3 sentimental as an experimental format where I joined, but each season that comes about, including this one that starts on Sunday, because it's got a different flavor. It's got very deep personal stories of the young people joining the competition. Also, people as old as 40 on the competition.
Returnees also. You've had a returnee on the show.
Let's not spill too much. We want the viewers to really jump in and watch. Yeah.
I want to get this from you also. I mean, over the years with DPS, we've seen that, you know, we're supposed to have maybe one emerging winner, but you've extended. Yeah. I think maybe it was season 3. I think we had more people join in the family. What brings that about? You know, is one winner not enough? Is the talent maybe so much or so great that you feel that one winner is just not enough?
I think that's the dynamics that makes the show. Right. Ultimately, we're supposed to have one winner who is supposed to be a presenter. But sitting in my position and running, having my eyes on the business, the operation is not just about presenters. I think we look for people who are all-rounders. What you do, Malama, now is people just see you on TV, but in the background you're producing, you're scripting, and you're working around different genres of programs. And it's just that thing that hits you, that as you go along the way, you're able to tell that this person may not be so good in front of camera, though they are attempting to win this, but they might make a good producer, or they might make a good scriptwriter, or they might make a good reporter. And rightfully, like you've put it, some of these decisions that we have made, the likes of Cosmas Chongomlenga, who was eliminated in the top 5 of season 3, but we felt there was enough talent, raw talent. He was just coming out of high school, and we decided to give him a scholarship.
And he recently got nominated for
Journalist of the Year under sport. So we decided to give him a scholarship to study journalism, which he is studying under the auspices of Cavendish rather, with the financial support of the institution. And you can see how young Cosmas is just flourishing and budding into what he likes to call himself the next big thing. Kotso, who you work with as a producer, came runner-up. We've returned on full-time. She's part of the production set of DPS, and it makes life much more easier with somebody who understands what it takes to be in that elimination room. She's done public health herself, but following her passion, the likes of Mulenga, Diana, these are people doing some journalism, others law, and so on. So yes, we tend to go out just to see that this person can fit into the production, this one can fit into news, and I think I've never regretted. The best we can do as an organization is to give talented young people a platform for them to thrive and to flourish, and to add value.
Right. Well, I know you spoke earlier about expanding DPS across the borders, not just expanding within the country, but also looking to go beyond. In the next couple of years or so, what are your hopes for DPS?
Well, just to continue growing and to continue giving back. I think it's undoubtedly become a seasonal or an annual flagship ceremony or show that viewers will be looking out for. Family, but also basically just young people to have something to look up to and aspire. Life-changing moments, life-changing stories. Before I talk about the future, let me talk about season 5. What we need to promise the viewers is that there's a lot of emotion. Please buy lots of tissues. There's lots of suspense, a lot of plot twists. Even the crew on set sometimes gets surprised with the decisions and the outcomes of the show. But it's also, for me, a promise of enhanced quality. I think we have outdone ourselves. The cinematographers, the production team, the guys who have worked on this, Matthew Kasaka and John Kasia and his team, Mark, to judges themselves. You expect to see enhanced production quality. It's international standard, I can guarantee you that. Going into the future, for now I can say that come 2025, you will begin to see a collaboration of an adopted format of DPS on a TV station called YTV in Botswana. We've already had talks with them in terms of trying to adopt our format and sort of getting a copyright around that. Whether we spread into having contestants within this region is something for now that I will not talk about, but I know that Botswana is the next step.
Do you think DPS has changed your perspective on talent and content?
Watch season 5.
Well, I guess we have to watch season 5 to know how different probably DPS has inspired or changed Costa Mwansa. Well, we also wait to look forward to see who will be his next diamond. So do catch the season as it starts this Sunday at 19 hours. We take a break. When we get back, we look into some of the stories that have been trending.